Hello to everyone. This is a message to the whole world, basically. I think you and I, and your country and my country, and pretty much most countries of the world, have a problem with misinformation and disinformation. Ay, ayoko sanang patulan to, uh, but some of us really has to come out in the open to fight deliberate evil and deliberate deception. Um, I'm originally from the Philippines, and I'm talking about a very deceptive interview done by an international uh, media outlet to a supposedly, well, that's what she liked to present herself, supposedly a journalist, but she's really she's really nothing short of a prostitute, to be honest with you. The whole of the let me look for the video. So I found the video of this alleged journalist in the Philippines who's rumored to be actually an American citizen. So if that is the case, she is actually, you know, in that kind of category of an economic hitman. So the the anchor asked her how many people it reaches, meaning gaano kadami ang naaabot ng, well, I suppose they're talking about ABS-CBN, but the whole thing is very deceptive, basically. Kung hindi mo i-decipher yung video, then you would not really understand it. But basically, her reply was, it has 11 million employees. Let me play the video for you. Let me just play it for you.
How many people it reaches? Beverly, this is a network that has about 11 million employees. When I was heading the news group, it had a market cap of
Did you hear that? She said ABS-CBN has 11 million employees. The fact is, they don't even have 11,000 employees, which they first published as the number of their employees. According to the DOLE, or the Department of Labor and Employment of the Philippines, they have about 4,000 employees. So these people are expert in spinning, in propaganda. These people are expert in brainwashing you. So you better wake up. The whole Philippines better wake up if you want to have a better society. These are the kind of people who are destroying our society. Let me play that again, okay? So that you understand what I'm talking about.
how many people it reaches. Beverly, this is a network that has about 11 million employees. When I was heading the news group,
did you hear that? She didn't even know how to answer the question. The question was how many people it reaches, and she deliberately answered that it has 11 million employees. See, nakikita niyo ang problema ng mundo ngayon? Ang problema ng mundo ngayon ay karamihan propagated, kinakalat ng mga mainstream media. That's a problem. At kung hindi tayo kikilos, uh, kung patuloy kayo naniniwala sa mga media na yan, patuloy na masisira ang mundo natin, and it's gonna create chaos sa lahat. Media is being used as a tool ng mga powerful para sa divide and conquer. It's an old tactic to control a society. Unfortunately, yung mga gumagawa niyan are those people who are extremely rich. Na they're not like us. Na we have to think about how we gonna pay the rent tomorrow, or at the end of the month, how we're gonna have food tomorrow. Yung mga nagko-control na yan, they own most of the media of the world. Uh, it may appear that your country's media are owned by your local people whom they presenting are rich and what have you. But the fact of the matter is there's only about 6 owners of all, and I say all, or actually most media in the whole world, especially those that are controlled by the I don't want to say the word, but I think some of the research, they know what I mean. But this is a deliberate deception. This is a deliberate deception, and to the people in the world who's gonna be affected with this kind of propaganda, you might end up hating the Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte. But the fact of the matter is, he is just making sure that the law is being followed, and that the law is equal to all, to both the rich and the poor. Again, this is a deception, and people better wake up, and people better empower themselves, and people better start researching, especially in the Philippines, because uh, it's basically the whole world, or being the whole of humanity, is being attacked at the moment. And that's just to put it bluntly out there. So once again, let me play this clip for you. What she said. This lady, I forgot her name, and it doesn't really matter, but
How many people it reaches? Beverly, this is a network that has about 11 million employees. When I was heading the news group, it had a market cap.
What a nerve! What a nerve to go online. I mean, to practically, she knows. She cannot just be making that up. She knows, and she's being deceptive. Panloloko ang ginagawa nila. So, I encourage people of the world to better wake up to to how your media are being used as a tool to deceive you. Anyway, until here, and that's just one of those that I'd like to point out. I don't want to really give attention to this, but we really have to fight this out, because as the saying goes, that the only reason for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. And there was a poem that I don't exactly remember, but you can remember. To those who knows, it goes like, first they came full, meaning first they came for somebody, and you don't really care about it because it wasn't you. Then they came for another somebody in your neighbor whom you don't like, and you didn't bother to help him out because it wasn't really you. Then they came for somebody in your family, and they didn't really bother to you didn't really bother to help him or her out because it wasn't you. Then they came for you, and before you know it, there were nobody there to help you out. That poem was so pregnant and so beautiful. It's very, very timely in our timeline. So you better look up for that poem. Don't remember exactly, to be honest with you, but I think it has something to do with the Nazi concentration camp or the German problem. Anyway, so siya, sige, dyan na lang muna. I made this deliberately in English because I do have English audience most of the time. Thank you. That's it for now. God bless you all.